Blender 5.2 feels great. We have a new fill algorithm that lets us get more precise fills, even with more extreme holes. It also works in multi-frame editing. Draw tool also has options to choose curve types. They are poly, which is the default, Catmull-Rom, NURBS, and Bezier for the nice handles. Their new features also let me make this worm dude. That features I can change in real time. I grabbed the walking dude on Mixamo, imported it and set the armature to rest pose. I added a grease pencil object, set the stroke placement to surface with 0 offset. Added stroke for hands, legs, head, and torso. I hit the armature mesh and set the armature display as stick. I used edit mode and sculpt mode to adjust the stroke to overlap the bones. Then I parented the grease pencil object to the armature with automatic weights and tested that the animation works like it should. When I add a thickness modifier, I can use a custom curve to make the ends pointier. If I want to change the direction, I just go into edit mode, select the stroke and switch direction. Now to the new grease pencil features. If I change the stroke type to dots or squares, I get a lot of new options. Placement can quickly change the amount of points in the stroke. There's also a randomize panel below. It lets me quickly make changes to the dots themselves, like size, strength, color, and noise scale. I can also change the alignment and rotation. That works with texture process. Now, when I add some modifiers, it gets even more interesting. Subdivide lets me control how many vector points the stroke has. This doesn't change the look of the stroke yet, but when I add a noise modifier, it lets me make the stroke even more wonkier. And when I add a dot dash modifier, I can change the dash and gap values, and add a driver to the offset, so the dots move automatically. Dot dash also lets me change the material index, so I can change the points to be something else, like a texture. 5.2 also got new texture process, which are all great. But if you like these, you're gonna love my texture pros pack. That now has 200 process and 300 variants. When you take stroke and fill modes into account, it's also the best way to support this channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.